Hey.
Yeah.
What do you think about Pete Hegseth ordering the National Guard in D.C. to now carry weapons?
I think this is the turning point where the people of the United States either do something, despite the short-term consequences, or there's not going to be another chance to do something in the future.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we have 3 Republican-led states leading a now armed military presence into D.C. to essentially take over the nation's capital. And that's just the start, right? Trump says New York and Chicago are next, and we're hearing reporting out of Fox News and other sources that there's several thousand more National Guard ready to go into other states next. So, this is a hostile military takeover from our own government, and quite frankly, it's basically the start of a civil war. And the only question is, again, whether the American people are going to do something about it, or let the country completed slide into fascism.
What can the American people do to stop this?
Quite frankly, at this point, a general strike and large-scale protests for as long as it takes to cause change to happen, right? That's the only option. There needs to be a full economic shutdown until the powers that be turn on Trump's regime because all their businesses are failing. And pretty much every Democratic leader should be calling for that too. Is it going to be really hard on a lot of people? Absolutely. And there's going to be problems with food scarcity, with money, and all of that, which is why I keep saying that the DNC needs to be the one that organizes this. But regardless of whether the DNC acts or not, the American people need to act, because I don't think we're going to get another opportunity if the Trump administration is allowed to continue this attack on American cities.
At this very street in Washington, D.C., police set up a checkpoint, stopping cars as they passed. Many residents came out to protest against it.
Get off our streets! Get off our streets!
So this checkpoint was set up along 14th Street Northwest, which is very close to the busy U Street corridor. We're speaking with some residents who live in this area today about their reactions.
We saw a number of masked men, clearly working for ICE, a small number of protesters, a lot of lights, a lot of cars just stopped in the road. My instinct, negative. Right? Get out of the city.
A lot of the police were covering their faces, I think, is part of intimidation, which I was upset to see that happening right close to my home.
Checkpoint here is not related to any actual public safety concern.
From where I live, I can see the street. I saw a group of police officers and National Guard just walking.
I've lived in DC for almost 4 years now and have never felt unsafe. Now with this increased police presence, I do feel like everyone's on edge.
And more developments involving federal troops were seen today as well, including National Guard units and Humvees set up near Union Station.
This is disgraceful. I come here every day. I never feel unsafe. For what? For what?
You've said that the president's decision to deploy the National Guard, you called it deeply dangerous. What's your message to citizens who say regardless of crime data or trends, this makes them feel safer?
Well, I'm embarrassed. I'm angered. And frankly, I'm heartbroken for the members of the National Guard who are asked to take on this mission. As someone who has served this country overseas and who has led soldiers in combat, and as someone who is not just the 63rd governor of Maryland, but also the commander-in-chief of the Maryland National Guard, I take very seriously about how, when, and why I deploy members of our National Guard in cases of emergency and in true crises. And I will not authorize the usage of Maryland National Guard forces for missions that I do not deem to be either mission critical or mission aligned. And what we are seeing right now, this distraction, distracting away from the fact that Donald Trump's policies have caused unemployment to go up, have caused people to lose their health care, has caused children to be able to lose their food benefits, and he's now using this as a tool. He's using military personnel, these citizen soldiers, as a cudgel and as a tool to be able to advance his political purposes, because if he really wants to address the issue of violent crime, he just needs to look at what we've done in the state of Maryland over the past 2.5 years, where when I first became the governor in 2022, Baltimore was averaging almost a murder a day. Now, the homicide rate in Baltimore is nearly a 50-year low, and we have watched how the state of Maryland has essentially helped to lead the country in drops in violent crime, in drops in non-fatal shootings, in drops in carjackings. So if he truly wants to understand how to lower crime, he should pay attention to what we're doing in the state of Maryland, and I did it without ever having to once operationalize our National Guard to do municipal policing.
Nobody right here. It's nobody in the car. How are y'all just going to people's cars? How are y'all just going to people's cars? How you going into my Nobody was over here by this car. Nobody was in the car. I got it. I got the key. I got the key. They used the little airbag thing because that's how they wanted my car on M Street, and they not supposed to do that. It was nobody over here, nobody in the car, none of that. So how y'all just going to people's cars?
Close that door.
Y'all not supposed to just go in people's cars. Nobody was in the car. Nobody was leaning on it. None of that.
Oh no, why y'all?
No, because why are y'all going in the car?
Ladies, back up.
Okay, back up, y'all. Back up. Okay, back up. Okay, don't push me. Okay, you pushing me. Don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. Don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. We did not touch y'all. We're trying to figure out where are you guys are going in the car. Nobody touched him. And he's touching people, pushing people.
ruining this car. You know that, right? Liberals already ruined it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Can we see some badge work, guys?
So the cops and the feds are about 30 agents deep at this checkpoint right now to apparently stop people for seatbelts, blinkers, or tints on their cars, stopping the real bad crime that is plaguing DC. So why do you need Homeland Security investigation to manage if they're not wearing their seatbelt? Someone riddle me that. And why do you need 30 people standing around doing nothing with our tax dollars at a checkpoint if it's about seatbelts and safety? Someone please tell me.
Just a PSA for girlies in the district, especially runners. I was walking past Union Station, and there was a whole group of DEA federal officers. And I said, what are you supposed to be protecting us from? And he goes, everything. And I looked back and I said, yeah, because I feel so scared. And I started to walk away, and he yelled at me, him being a middle-aged white man, yelled at me, come back here with that little skirt. Told a Metro police officer, didn't look surprised, didn't look like he cared at all. He barely even looked me in the eyes. I feel so safe, DC.
Alright, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem, Merkwah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to my Akim, Waqwafim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this captivity, as well as the diaspora, or the scattered sheep that look like the other nations, who are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson, and today's lesson we're going to be getting into this because, or this video of all these different things that had happened and stuff like that. Where is it? Is it in DC, Slovakia, in DC, because apparently, like, I don't even know. I actually genuinely don't even know, like, what exactly what the reason was. Well, I mean, yes, obviously we kind of do know what the reason is, but the thing is that, you know, I don't really know what they said the reason was. It's just an excuse to say, oh yeah, we're here to protect people and whatnot, but yet everyone's saying that they've never felt more unsafe. And even then, Slovakia, just the simplest reason, because sometimes you just need to go to some of the basic things. That's why it's very good. It's a very good thing that this brother had included this lady's personal kind of account to it, where it's an individual compared to these other ones. And on top of that, not just hers, but also their experience as well. These two separate things where they're having their rights. Well, no. These Eves are having their rights violated, whereas for the other woman, she is literally being sexually harassed, whatever. I don't think it's sexually harassed, but whatever. I don't know the semantics for which one is which, but she's being harassed by a bunch of people that are supposed to be protecting her. They freaking, and clearly the fact that they say that they don't have any fear for what they're doing. They're basically, and that was what DJT said he was going to do. He said he was going to give the police or the authorities free reign to do whatever they want without any repercussions before he was elected. All right. Before he was elected, he said he wanted to do that, and then now, if something had happened where, for her, they took it a step further. They went even further with that, rather than just saying something. They just snatched her up and did something. All right, then what? All right, then what? Like, this is the type of the fear that these people are going to have, and it's going to only get worse. So now the worst. The things to be afraid of aren't the criminals, aren't the unstable people, but it's the National Guard, the Homeland Security, it's the police, these federal agents and stuff like that. And on top of that, again, going back here, these people, their car is just getting in. Nobody, as they claim, nobody was in it, nobody was there, and then these people are just going into their car like that for no reason at all. It's like, what is what is happening, what's going on right now. And I'm gonna link this in the description so you can go check it out yourself. But this type of stuff is very scary. All right, very scary. But also, let me get this. Proverbs 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so over here you see how things are not looking good. Okay, things are not looking good. Let me also get another precept. It's in 2nd Ezra chapter. Okay, 2nd Ezra chapter. Wait. Oh, it's 15. Slakia. So, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings or princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's something to be afraid of, where you have these people that are being like, okay, well, I don't give a damn about any of these people anymore. I don't care about this stuff. These people are violating my rights. These people are going up in my stuff, treating my things and stuff like that, like it's a Salvation Army or something like that. I don't know. Whatever you want to say. Like it's a what are those? I don't know what those. Well, I don't know the metaphor, but basically, all right. These people are just running up in people's stuff and taking people's stuff, and this guy was even saying that there needs to be protests because, and as a result of the protests, there is going to be some scarcity of foods. And let me get this. I hate when this freaking thing stops working. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And these famines are being are going to happen, are going to start happening soon. Especially with if you saw that what's it called? The video I did with the rabbits, okay, the rabbits, the deers, and I think there was one more thing: rabbits, deers, squirrels, Slovakia, where they had these boils on them, and but the people, they were saying, oh yeah, it's fine, don't worry about that. It's not transferable to other animals, it's not transferable to other humans and whatnot. But yet, in several states, those it conveniently is popping up all at the same time in multiple different states. Okay, that's a little weird if you ask me. All right. Anyway, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 49, Slakia. I will send plagues upon the earth, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And over here, widowhood, basically like the men dying. Poverty, we're actually going into poverty, right? When I say we, I mean like the general consensus of people, where people in general are the cost of living has risen, and as a result of that, lots of people comparatively are not able to pay their stuff. I've actually made videos on that where lots of people have been posting videos and saying, oh my god, I can't live on my own, I have to live with my parents, or I'm living in my car, I can't live this, I can't do this, I'm working my job and I'm still freaking homeless, I can't even afford to pay for a studio apartment, X, Y, and Z, and all these different type of stuff. Like, that's how crazy it is, where people in general are having a hard time paying for stuff. All right, because the cost of living is going up, but their paychecks are not going up. So lots of people, they have to get multiple jobs. They have to work multiple jobs just to make ends meet. All right, it's not like before, 20, 50 years ago, where okay, you could just graduate. I think it's 50 years ago, where you can just graduate high school, get a job, and then okay, well, yeah, that's enough to pay for everything. That's enough to get by, or at least get by. But no, you're still scraping. You're scraping by just with 2 jobs now, okay? Or you have to find some sort, or you have to have a side hustle rather than just being able to relax and, take care of your kids, look after your kids, spend time with your family and whatnot. All right, which that's another thing. Well, family is not something that's desired in this society anyway. But continuing on, it was I think it's here. Okay, so yeah, let's read this. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great deaths, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And that's another thing where this is just the beginning. This is the start of things, of worse things to come. All right, like shit is not about to be sweet right now. Okay, it is only going to get worse. It is not something that, oh yeah, this is just for a time. Oh, it's gonna get better. And so like that, you have all these different people that are saying, oh yeah, things are gonna get better. We have to do this. We have to do that. When okay, well sure, you can do all that, but it's still not gonna change a thing. All right, the Lord is still going to visit this world. All right, and He's going to destroy it. He's going to destroy these devils. He's going to deliver his elect. All right, and again, let me get this. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay, so we're not supposed to be afraid. We're not supposed to be saying, oh my God, I'm afraid of the freaking war. I'm afraid of the famine. I don't want to starve. I don't want to do this and the third. I don't want to have all this stuff. No, we're not supposed to be afraid of that stuff. We're supposed to be hoping and praying that the Lord makes this stuff happen, because then that means that we're just that much closer to the end. We're just that much closer to finally being delivered, not having to deal with Esau's wickedness anymore. Okay, even his own people, as we read in Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And even his own people hate how Esau's ruling. You have Edomites that voted for DJT, and they are complaining. They don't like how he's ruling. They don't like how he is basically killing his people, and Slakia. They don't care that we are suffering from it, but they only care that they are also suffering from it. Whenever they are also collateral damage, and that's when they start complaining. They say, oh, what happened? I thought that we were only attacking black people. Well, these policies are for black people, so-called black people, and you guys as well. But just because you fall under the line of the same prerequisites, like, oh, poverty, that primarily targeted to so-called black people, but then any of the Edomites will suffer from it, will suffer because of it as well. What else? Not just poverty. Whatever other things. I don't know all the intricacies of it, but basically you basically get the point. Okay. Now, verse 9. Back to 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Okay. And basically that means that famine and plague, stuff like that, it's for like correction. That's basically what amendment is. But let's continue on. Slaki, I probably won't stop. But verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay, so as time goes on, the sword is what's it called? One of the things that we're waiting for is the MOTB. When the MOTB is going to be like, oh my God, everyone that's in poverty, everyone that's struggling, you don't need to struggle financially anymore, because you can just take this. Okay, you're gonna be all your troubles are going to be pushed to the side. It's going to be gone away if you just take this, and then as you take this MOTB, all those financial troubles gone. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And then, lo and behold, suck it, the destruction is going to come. So let's end it off with this. Second Thessalonians. Oh my God, if this can freaking work when I'm doing it. First Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as shall fail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's basically it, where sudden destruction. They're gonna say, oh yeah, we're good, we're happy, everything's all fine. Esau made a way again. He's fixing everything, and then lo and behold, oh look, something happened again, and it's actually the end. It's Yahawashi's return, coming to destroy these wicked people. So with that, I pray this system was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Bakwak, Wadash, honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, Abad Ball, and Shalom.